Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just say, you look beautiful. Thanks for being here with us. You look great. Did you lose weight? Did you just get a victory out? You just got a victory out. That's why you look so good.
While
I'm
watching
Zeke.
Fall Skirmish.
Yeah, absolutely. Unbelievable. I'm Zeke. That's Fallout. And hey, how's it going? We missed you. I thought about you all break. I'm glad to be back here with you. And of course, my best friend here, Fallout. Someone tweet. Well, you guys, first of all, let's just talk about all the tweets, man.
Oh, amazing. Every single one of you guys.
We just take time between breaks and we just read the crazy stuff you guys send us. So thank you guys so much. Like this is half of the fun. Half the fun is getting, well, okay, let's break this down. 33% of the fun is getting to cast the games for you. 33% of the game is getting to hang out with cool casters like Fallout. Yeah, writing down. And then 33% of the time is getting to hang out and talk about cool things with you because I like to hear what you have to say. Now, what were those numbers?
So total 99%. There's 1% left if you want to dictate
1% is how many of you believe Fallout should be on Lucky Llamas. Let me get a hashtag Fall Skirmish if you believe he should be on the Lucky Llamas. There he is. Look at that. Beautiful, man. Woo! Beautiful. If you're joining us and you have no idea what's going on, hi, this is the Fall Skirmish. We do cool things here. First, let's talk about the format, which this week is called Hold the Throne. Every week it changes. But we're starting off strong with Hold the Throne. So victory rounds are worth 3 points. Second and third are worth 2 points. And fourth and fifth are worth 1 point. Fallout. Eliminations.
Yep. Talk about how big have those elimination points been so far in this one. I hope to see the same over on the North American side as well. But the players that have played aggressive, played for eliminations, have been rewarded. Of course, the players that are playing for placement are also getting rewarded too. It's a nice balance here, but it's awesome to see the variety of playstyles.
Definitely. I mean, there's a lot of money here on the line. I mean, if you want to maybe touch on that a little bit.
Oh, of course. $67,500 US and 305 club points. Very important. We'll touch on that in a bit. Available for the first place finisher all the way down to 10th place. Top 10 duos will get some nice prizes to go home with. Of course, hundreds of people were rewarded in Summer Skirmish with cash prizes. A couple hundred more to be rewarded for Fall Skirmish. It is amazing to see where competitive Fortnite is going.
Absolutely, man. And as you saw, not only are people going to be awarded with the prize pool, there's also club points. So these clubs, there's this new thing we're doing in the Fall Skirmish. So we got 5 clubs to go through. We've got the Rift Raiders, we've got the Fortnite, Lucky Llamas, the Bush Bandits, and the Dusty Dogs. They're all trying to compete for points, and at the end of 6 weeks, the club with the most points gets a nice little bonus. So it's pretty cool. A lot of players get to compete in the Friday competitive and during the week for additional prizes. So on top of that, let's take a look at the standings. So don't forget, this is the EU scene. This is their first 6 games. So currently, at the top, Kinstar and Hunter lead the pack.
Yeah, looking very nice with 17 points. That's a significant lead, actually, over second place. And over the top 3 in double digits, looking very, very strong here. Zura and Miz with a great game number 4, taking home first place in a few eliminations as well. Looking great. Beehive and Bowman. Of course, Bowman representing Wildcard, who did attend PAX West. Some big names, the Vic, Dementos in the top 10. Really been great to see.
Absolutely, man. Don't forget, look at how close these points are. I mean, everyone is fighting for more eliminations, for placements. At one point, literally can send you up through the standings, especially when you're trying to get not only prizes for yourself, but club points as well. I mean, everyone is basically playing their hearts out, laying everything out on the table. I mean, it's been a pleasure to watch the first 4 games.
Yeah, completely agreed. And would love to hear your thoughts as well. As you called it out earlier, in between breaks, we're able to catch up on our phones and on our timelines. Thank you for tagging us and engaging in conversations with us. But engage with the rest of the Fortnite community. Let us know what you think. Hashtag Fall Skirmish. And we did tell you, we want you to give your loyalty, your allegiance to your club. Who is it? Yep. Let us know using hashtag Fall Skirmish and hashtag any of your favorite clubs.
There you go.
Not hashtag any of your favorite clubs.
No, it's a hashtag. It would be like the Bush Bandits or Lucky Llamas or yeah.
We'll
just
get
to be clear,
some smart Alex in the chat. Hashtag any of your favorite clubs.
Yeah, now you're gonna do it because you said it too. Don't forget hashtag Fallout is the coolest. Hashtag no, don't do that one. Don't do that one. God,
listen, are we engaging in war? Is this warfare? Is this love warfare? Is this what this looks like?
Twitter warfare.
Twitter warfare.
It's Twitter warfare.
Who gets more tweets?
Oh my!
Tweets loses it.
Listen, at the end of the day, if you guys all end up following Fallout, I mean, you're making the right decision. So
unbelievable.
That's all that matters at the end of the day. You know what else matters? Match number 5 Fallout. We have 2 games left here in the EU scene. And then North America starts not long after. I mean, dude, let's talk about it.
Your favorite place.
This is literally my favorite POI in the game right now. Literally my favorite place. I love it. It's just so cool. It's different. Tomato Head Count came back. It's all like, you know, what we talked about. There's like a following now because you can have the like the tomato, the normal tomato skin. You can have the tomato temple skin. You can have the tomato emote. There's a lot of things happening inside Fortnite.
Tomatoes everywhere, vegetables. It's awesome. Good stuff here. An interesting situation here. We saw early on in game number 3 and 4, people didn't drop early. They dropped towards the end of the bus, which was really surprising, and they kind of scattered around the island. Similar thing happening here. You see where the arrows are starting to disperse and where they're headed now. It's always interesting to see where people drop. One team, Wailing Woods, 2 or 3 teams towards the risky side of the map, and of course, look at the light brown at the top right of your screen, dropping quite far away from each other. I like that strategy as well. And let's see, we finally are going to have some action and just a tiny bit of action at Tilted Towers. I believe that's 2 teams dropping Tilted. So good action about to ensue. Let's jump on board now with Kedzer as he has a mini shield and do a nice little dance here as well with a grappling gun and a pump shotgun to his name. But Porta Fortresses are alive. Let's go. On board of that Nyx right now of Fnatic. Of course, Fnatic, a phenomenal esports organization in the European side of things. They, of course, have invested heavily in Fortnite, and why not? One of the best games out right now. So much fun and so awesome from a competitive standpoint as well.
That's right. Taking a look at the current teams, Amar and Gabby are together here, trying to hunt down Etnix and take him down. He might be by himself here. Now, this is a tough spot to be in. 1, you land in a 1v2 situation. 2, you land in containers in a 1v2 situation. It's tough. I mean, there's really not many areas to build. The containers themselves have so much health and really don't offer too much metal. There's just a lot of things. I mean, look, they even had a Porta Fortress, so Amar has high ground basically for free, and now Gabby's just trying to find Etnix. She's down below trying to close in. But man, oh man, hopefully Fnatic can, or Etnix rather, can turn this whole thing around.
Yep, on board now with Amar. Sitting high side right now. It's an interesting standoff between Fnatic, Etnix, Gabby, and Amar here. I'm not sure if Etnix is the only one alive. I don't see the other member of Etnix or Fnatic here. Interesting situation.
Now don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, if you're tuning in, this is our new spec mode client. So we get to see things a little differently than most people right now. As you can tell, taking a look at basically breaking it down for you. If you see a player like Vitality Ads has a 27 near his name, if you see another player that has a 27, that's his dual teammate. So keep an eye out for that as well. Whenever you're watching the game, if you look up at the top right, we're also going to give you additional information and that you can basically see all the players in the vicinity, right? So if you look at top 3, you can very clearly see there's a team moving in toward Salty Springs, there's a blue team down below, and there's a team even further down below. So this is just to help
as well. Not really connected through a lot of cover there, so they can get knocked down pretty easily.
This is DK. He's near Shifty Shafts. Again, ladies and gentlemen, take a look at the top right of your screen. There's so many duo teams here, and some are now making their way in. We've got one player, looks like he might be himself. That looks like Severin, who is in a 1v2, but now DK is looking to assist here and potentially Vulture and our third party's eliminations. Dan Hizzle goes down. I mean, these are tight spaces where there's just people running around all over the place, Fallout.
Yep, and it looks like Severin did go down all up to Chinkin right now. Chinkin with 9 HP is going to take out one. He has 2 eliminations right now, so 2 more, and he'll net himself a point. That, of course, is assuming Severin, his teammate, did not have any eliminations. So they're, of course, representing the Fortnites, and it looks like he's still alive right now, so well done right there from Chinkin.
And something we need to talk about, especially in this format with Hold the Throne, is whatever duo team has the most eliminations, they are called what's hold. They basically hold that throne, right? Not only is that in itself, at the end, whoever holds the most throne, the holds throne will get an additional prize bonus. But Yoshi here and Kinstar hold the throne with the most eliminations. While the most eliminations is actually 11. Their duo team has 11 eliminations. They are currently the front runners holding the throne.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Kinstar and Hunter, rather. But man, I mean, 11 eliminations coming out from that duo. Unbelievable. I mean, that's why they're the guys at the top, right? They've got all the points they've racked up from eliminations. On top of that, they have 2 floating points. Now, if another duo team can get more than eliminations, they'll steal those 2 points, and those 2 points will be theirs. But we've only got 2 games left. I guess anything is possible if that's what the skirmish series has taught us, is that literally it's not over until it's over.
It's so incredibly true. Morgoth's a good example of that at PAX West. Really coming out of nowhere with some great late game performances to take home first place and $250,000 for the 19-year-old. Unbelievable stuff here. Meanwhile, Bowman representing Wildcard alongside Alpha on a different team here in this game. He's going to pick up 1. That's something that's been really cool to see as well. Teams, different organizations, teammates outside of Skirmish are now on different clubs, so it creates these really cool rivalries. Of course, some of them are on the same club. You know, you see Team Liquid, I think Poach and Vivid are on the same club in the North American side, but it's interesting. It's really interesting how this is going to break down.
Yeah, let's take a look at this replay. So look at this, he had 1 bullet left. Amar secures that elimination and has 1 bullet left. Unbelievable. Windwalker, though. So this is Carnifax. He's hurt.
Wow.
He's trying to secure this elimination. This could be 2 points. Oh! Unfortunately, Carnifax goes down to Lothar. I actually love Lothar. I'm going to give him a little quick shout out. He plays with eye tracking on. So whenever you watch him, he's got like what's almost like a bubble. It's like tracking screen where he's looking. The guy's amazing. He's a phenomenal player.
Wow.
I love him so much.
What type of technology that is? Is it Toby?
I honestly have no idea, and I plan to talk to him about it because whenever I watch his streams, I'm like, dude, this guy's so cool. His tracking is, I think, unmatched. Like, he tracks so much all at once. It's insane.
That's awesome. Yeah, there's some great eye tracking technology out there. I know a couple are based over in Scandinavia, Sweden, and different areas there as well. So I wonder if he's coming from that region and knows about it. Perhaps a first mover. If you are sitting at home, if you want to differentiate yourself or do some cool things, eye tracking technology, that's awesome to hear. Start
with Lothar, man. Look him up. He's worth it, I promise. But, dude, look at this circle. We go north side, and a gigantic chunk has been taken out by the basically the empty space, the void, if you will. So basically, players have a lot less space to work with for this first circle, and then we'll have to see kind of how future circles present themselves.
Yeah, what you mean by that is a third of the circle almost is in the water. Is that what you're referencing? Yep, yeah, that's a great point. Not as much landmass to use in this first circle, so it's going to be interesting in the end here. SK7 has been performing very well. Nice quick edit there. Storm's not going to do a lot of damage early on. I believe this is the first Storm, so only 1 point of damage until it reaches its... Actually, 2... Yeah, 1 point of damage until it reaches its destination, and then it'll do 2 points of damage per second.
Let's check out this replay coming in real fast. Yoshi goes down to the double barrel, and now Beehive is looking to secure this elimination. Hopefully he was able to. Apostle still alive. Look at that. They've got the Rift on the go. They've got a grappler. Sops is just waiting for Apostle to top off. Then they'll just reposition with that Rift on the go. Yep. And then Genside Blackside was right outside looking to gatekeep, but I don't think he knows that they've got a Rift on the go.
Yep. Apostle, Mr. Bowtie himself, as you call it out. He's currently representing the Rift Raiders for fall skirmish. Now they're going to use that. Not going to use that Rift to go. They're going to have to hold on to it. So Klinger, and he does have he does have a grappling gun. Sorry, and he's able to use that grappling gun well. Look at these grenades. That's why they didn't use it. They have grenades to use. Apostle though going to be in a world of hurt. He's going to go down. Nice job by Blacksu. Look at the reaction time from him to down Apostle. And now a 1 versus 1 fight. Sops versus Blacksu. Currently turtling himself into this 1-by-1, editing his way out, and here comes the peak. Is he going to go for it after he reloads? Yes, he does. See, remote explosives out, and then the quick build and placement comes through as well. I'm loving what I'm seeing right now out of Blacksu. Great gameplay, but the 1v1 is not over yet. Sops in a very intense situation here. Wow, what a 1 versus 1 this has been.
I mean, absolutely. The other thing to keep in mind is they're fighting in this anti-gravity zone. That's why Apostle went down, and look at that. Black Soul secures the elimination. So I think if you might have missed it, it happened so fast. But basically, Apostle grappled into the zone, and when he turned around, he was mid-air, and that's why he went down. He tried to basically grapple over the head of Black Cell there, but Black Cell was prepared for it and basically used the anti-gravity zone to his advantage there.
And that was brilliant. I mean, talk about a playmaker. Black Cell in a 1 versus 2, getting grenade launched and comes out on top. And then in the 1 versus 1, I love the way he played that, how he built high ground, had those remote explosives, used them to his advantage offensively. Usually you see remote explosives used defensively to knock down cover, but it goes to show those things can be used in a variety of ways. So well played right there by Blacksu.
Absolutely. Now we are here, north side near Lazy Links. Atlantis Metro, we got Povzy against Kinstar and Hunter. Now, keep in mind, these guys are not only in first place, they hold the throne with 11 eliminations total, combined, and get this, they've also held the throne since Game 1. In Game 1, they dropped 11 eliminations.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. That is life right now, okay? I don't know that Mitra wants to tangle with Kinstar. I mean, look at that. Kinstar was prepared. He cracks back. Wow. Okay, I mean, all right, what do you do in this type of situation here, Fallout?
Yeah, you're hurt, you're damaged. You know Kinstar's a little damaged too, though, so you want to try, again, it always comes down to getting your high ground, holding that, and then working with your teammate to secure those eliminations and try to get as much damage as possible, and really just chip away at the damage of your opponent. Play smart, play passive. Don't feel the need to rush into this, especially with a med kit at your disposal.
And look at that. So Kinstar just secured the elimination on Povzy.
Yeah.
Mitro is by himself right now in a 1v2 against not only the #1 spot, but they also hold the throne. So I guess they're the kings of the lobby, if you will.
Yeah, well said. I gotta take back my words earlier. I compared Kinstar to the likes of Vivid. Of course, very similar players. They're very consistent. But I'm thinking maybe like a Ghost Bizzle now. Just pure skill and raw slaying power and being able to get a lot of eliminations. 11 in game #1. That's just unbelievable.
Now the Storm is moving in. Fallout, they've got 30 seconds before the Storm overtakes this entire area. Mitro doing everything he can, trying to maintain that high ground. Oh, he gets a huge hit on Hunter. Can he follow up, though?
He has a campfire. Oh, he gets one elimination. Not gonna get, or he gets one knock. He's not gonna get the elimination, though. Wow.
Hunter secures and downs Mitro. And look, he's gonna place the campfire. So he's going to be able to heal himself while also simultaneously picking up Kinstar. But here's the thing, man. They still have a long way to go. They have a little, and now the storm wall is going to close. It's going to tick for. No way! They've got a chug jug.
And I don't know if Hunter's going to be able to make it though. I think Hunter might be out of this one here. Oh, jump pad place. He's trying to use as much as he can. And he's going to get knocked out by the storm here. At least halfway through that. Chug Jug going to be in the hands here. Well played. So one of them will live to see another day. I believe one of them will get knocked by that storm.
Well, so what's good is, even though he started his way first, so even if he goes down, he can be picked up by Kinstar at the very edge of storm. No, he made it.
HP.
This is why these guys are at the top, Fallout. What is happening?
Resource management at its finest. He waited to the very last second of campfire at his disposal and gets out. Both of them alive. Solary in a great position now, barely surviving, but meanwhile we have Alpha and Dominate still alive in this one. Oh boy.
That was, oh wow. So someone boxed him in, bouncers and a trap. He drops him all the way down to 24. Tomo here is very hurt with only effectively 74 HP. Wow, that was the likes of Ollie Gamers, who was basically just playing with his food.
And I love this aggression from Ollie. You heard the trap get sounded, you know he's hurt, and you're playing with aggression trying to finish the elimination here. Smart decision, and Ollie is going to connect. Well done. And again, if you're an aspiring competitive Fortnite player, keep an eye on that. Resource management, you got to be aware of the situation, and you got to play with aggression. It's kind of like a hot and cold game. You got to know when to be hot and play with aggression. You got to know when to be the mouse and play a little more passive.
Absolutely. And I mean, that's a fantastic.
You've seen it here on the European side as well. Look at this.
Ollie Gamers takes down a player there at range. But now that player's team, okay, so now the teammate starts to double back, and look at Risky Reels, man. It's a hot spot. The new safe zone has presented itself, and there's just players looking to make sure they can post up, fortify. Look at all these teams fall out. There's so many.
Crazy. 9 grapples left with the grappling hook here from Blacksu, which is nice to see, some mobility for him. And one thing I want to keep a close eye on now, as we're rotating through players, is their inventory loadout. All greens right now for Skite. But check out if they have mobility. Check out who has the Porta Fortresses, who has the Rift to Goes, and who has the weapons that really can help them succeed in the late game when mobility is so important. Of course, that's been a great theme of this entire broadcast, is the importance of mobility in the current metagame of Fortnite competitive.
That's right. Wildcard Alpha's got himself a grappler as well. And actually, I don't know if you saw it because we were there for a very brief time, but Blackso actually has a grappler and a Porta Fortress.
Oh, wow.
He's got both. Yep.
Huge. As long as he can stay alive now. So again, this changes how you want to play. If you have that loadout, you don't want to play aggressive. You want to play for late game because you have good late game items that can get you a placement win. So it's so awesome in Fortnite how there's so many variables that affect your decisions in every single moment. I know, you know, back and there were some teams that were amazing at that, knowing what to do in every scenario. Arctic, your peer, was one of the best in the world at that, knowing how to react with his teammates depending on the situation. And that's something that's really important. Almost any competitive title, but let alone Fortnite, was out with how many variables there are.
And man, look, we saw them for just a moment. Kinstar, he's poised right now. They have posted up. They're within the safe zone. They're ready to go. And now look, Wildcard Alpha is down low. Svenos is still very much alive here. I mean, here we go. We've got about 50 seconds here before this storm starts to come in. And again, it's going to force players, if you look at the top right of your minimap, it's going to force players onto that mountain. If players are not prepared or if they have not, you know, set up shop, it's gonna spell disaster for them potentially.
Exactly. Talk about the importance of early rotations. Alpha now pushing up. I'm not sure if he recognizes someone's in that 1x1. Might have been his teammate. He's gonna build himself. Speaking of 1x1s, that's 1x1 himself. Not sure if he has a teammate alive here.
I believe that is Wildcard's teammate. If not, wow, this person is brave.
Interesting situation here. Meanwhile, Svennis, such a reputable name on the European side of things. Let's see what he can do. We haven't seen him with many top 5 finishes yet. This could be the difference here in game number 5. Keep in mind, game 5, game 6 are just as valuable as game 1, game 2. It doesn't matter where you're at now in the standings. It's how you perform and how you finish in game 5 and game 6 that matters the most.
Could not have said it better myself, my friend, but you know, we're going to start winding down here as now the circle forcing players together. It's going to start bottlenecking players as well. I mean, I know for a fact they probably don't want to be fighting in Wailing Woods, man. Trees are difficult to fight around, especially because you can't build as high as you'd like to. So they're doing the thing, which is clearing out the trees preemptively. Smart, I think.
Yeah, completely agreed. In that Wailing Woods area especially. Good decisions now. Of course, that hill, or that final circle, will be rotating momentarily, so we'll see after 25 seconds where that's going to go. But on board with Harmy right now. Build himself a 1x1 all the way up. Good edits, and he's in a safe spot here. Looks like he'll just be posting up.
16 seconds here before we get a new zone. Now Fallout. Well, I mean, what should players be looking to do here in this spot with 32 players left in the lobby?
Yeah, honestly, at this point, you want to wait out those 3 seconds, and as soon as you see where the next circle is going to go, control your fate and get center circle. Here are these players that are already there, which is going to give them a big one up. But let's see if the rest can get there as quick as possible. And for an early rotation, or will they decide to stay back? And keep in mind, though, a couple items can help. If you have a rift to go, you can maybe stay a little more delayed, let everyone rotate. And like we said earlier, the analogy of ants or traffic in London, we want to see the late rotations come through sometimes so you avoid that mess. Maybe wait for rush hour to end.
Now we've got a minute before this storm starts to get overtake this area. And now we got to make a decision.
Look at this, the beautiful outlines of the players.
Yep.
I love it.
And that's what this spectator mode client allows us to see, is now we can actually see players through the walls, the structures, whether they are built. We can even see, you know, what they're doing, if they're crouched, if they're drinking a mini, etc.
Great.
Really helpful.
Absolutely amazing. What weapon they have out, too. What item they have out. It's great.
Now 40 seconds, I mean, look at how many players are north side, right? They have to start making their way not only over that mountain, but through the trove of players up on that mountain itself. Jeez. And then back into Wailing Woods for cover, where there's, I mean, look at this.
Wow.
Look at the eye in the sky. Look how many people have already built inside Wailing Woods, like,
and are continuing to build. I mean, it's just,
this is going to be nuts. Oh, there's a Porta Fortress up top. As you can see, looks like a UFO. Oh my goodness.
Craziness. This is awesome. 32 people alive still, so the action is sure to break down as the rotations are going to start coming through in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Everyone's going to be starting to rotate in that circle. A lot of early rotations did come through. Fights about to ensue. Ghost Gaming still alive there on the bottom right. You saw as he was peeking just a little bit ago, the Vic, of course, and Miz, who won last game, still alive as well, but not a lot of HP to his name.
Players are scrambling right now, Followed. Everyone's trying to do the best they can to get safe, but look at that. Marwana knocks out a player. Ghost Camo knocks out Marwana. That's only been 2 players total that have gone down. There's still 31 left. There's still players coming in. Razor now finds elimination, knocks out Skewer and eliminates him right there with a shotgun and a rifle. I mean, this is going to get nuts pretty quickly. There's still 30 players. Oh my gosh, there's 30 players left in this lobby in this tiny little space.
Can you believe it? And look at these catacombs that have been created now. What a brilliant game. I haven't seen them. I've been looking. I haven't seen a lot of mobility items. I haven't seen a lot of shockwaves or porta fortresses. So keep an eye at the bottom right of your screen when we rotate through players. What do they have at their disposal to use? Harmy's going to pick out one. That's going to be Mech, who gets taken out.
And I believe now we're down to still 28 players. Take a look at the next circle. So it is going to move outside into the storm. And it's still within Wailing Woods.
Yep.
Look at this, shots, Gravel landing a nice 30 there on the shield, but we've got 20 seconds, and then everyone is going to have to be forced to move here. I mean, what do you think? What's going to happen? Can you make predictions here? We've got 15 seconds.
Honestly, this is almost unpredictable at this point. It's been really, the gameplay has been amazing. Sackener of Secret, so Dementos' teammate gets taken out, but I believe Dementos is still alive. Crabble, of course, who's playing with Tinny. Not sure if Tinny's still alive, though. Is going to throw some nice offensive remote explosives. He gets some good damage in there. Now the rotations have to come. And look at this setup here. One member pushing up. That's Crabble, who's in a pretty dangerous spot. Svenos, the legend himself, is currently sitting on high ground in a good position to win this game.
On top of that, Solar Hunter goes down, so Kinstar is left by himself right now in a lobby, left with 21 players. That's 20 players he has to make his way through to try and secure Victory Royale.
And if I'm Svenos right now, I want to stay patient. You have high ground. There's still 20-something people alive. You want to let them all fight it out. Don't get baited to go low side and fight like we saw happen a couple times, a couple games ago. And I like what I'm seeing out of Svenos. He is a veteran at this point in Fortnite, competing at a high level for such a long time. We're going to see him hold his high ground and make the right decision.
Oh, Tinny goes down there, but the thing to keep in mind with Svenos is that he really doesn't have ammo. He needs to make an elimination and hope that they have ammo reserves because he's running very low. And right here, Crabble is in a 1v1 engagement. Oh man, the storm is going to start moving again here in 15 seconds.
Look at the edits from Crabble to come through. He's going to get a shot from above. That might be Svenos on the high side. Crabble now does have a med kit at his disposal. He wants to hold on to those med kits in case he gets off and a heal off. He's going to pop those minis instead. Smart decision from Crabble. Hold on to those meds. You might need it at a more dangerous spot here. 16 people. And Kinstar's gonna get damaged up, but he's still alive. So Solar Kinstar still in this one. A couple knocks do come through. Svenos at the bottom left of your screen does get taken out. And actually, no, he's knocked down, so he's still up. Miz gets taken out by the storm, and 14 people remain in this one.
Kinstar doing his best to keep himself alive. There's so many players left here. You can just watch the way he's going. Look at that, he finds an elimination, but oh no! A Bowman immediately takes him down. We've got 9 players left here in the zone.
And there's 9 players left.
I know. Masta's down, City Driver up top.
Oh, City Driver has every single position to win this. Only 120 mats, maybe about 180 mats total. Needs to be smart here. But Issa wants to take high ground himself. I'm not sure if he knows that City Driver's above him. But either way, sitting in a pretty good spot here.
Now looking down, we've got 8 players left in the lobby. Fallout.
Yep, City Driver versus his teammate.
So we can actually look here. So we've got Bowman right now at the top. He's got 5 eliminations. Blexu is in second with 4. Unfortunately, as I say that, Bowman goes down. He gets taken down by Blaxo.
That should be a top 4 placement, which will get him some points, I believe. Not guaranteed necessarily, but we will see. Fight's going down. Issa gets one with the rifle. Look at him just sitting high ground, picking off one by one, but they're going to get their cover destroyed here. And now they're currently separated. Look at this tree. We talked about the tree and the importance of cover in this final Wailing Woods fight, and it's keeping them alive here for City Driver. They finally want to destroy it after it saved them.
The tree is the real MVP in this situation. And now City Driver and his teammate Isa want to go down, and they want to try and clean up these final eliminations. They're so close to victory. They have the high ground like you talked about. They're in a very advantageous spot, but now they just have to make sure they can play this methodically and correctly. Just take a look.
Oh my goodness. Ghost Issa with a huge play on Crabble. He takes him out. Only 25 HP and a med kit to his name. And now Issa and City Driver, both with med kits, I believe, should be in a good position to win this one. Instead, he doesn't want to go for the heal off. He wants to go for the fight. And he finds exactly that. Issa with the hero play. And Ghost Gaming Issa comes out on top alongside with City Driver. Brilliant play. I love what I saw.
Wow.
I love it. Issa goes for the play. Let City Driver be the healer that's going to get the Victory Royale. He says, hey, you heal. You play your role. I'm going to play aggressive, and it worked out perfectly. Brilliant duo gameplay right there from Issa and City Driver.
I think that was the correct play, right? Like, especially you talked about communication, saying, look, I've got med kits. And at that point, you only need one of you to survive. Yep. So it's like, hey, Issa, how about you hop down? And it works. Let's say at worst, Issa goes down. At minimum, he's cracked that player for shots, right?
Exactly.
And now they have less health going into that heal off at the end. Wow. That was an awesome Game 5.
Amazing Game 5. That's my favorite game so far.
So far?
I love the ending. I love the dramatic finish. We've seen heal-offs. We've seen a variety of finishes. But right there, the ability of those two to use such good teamwork, such intelligent play, and communicate during the madness, by the way.
Yep.
Issa drops. He takes out Crabble with the hero play, 25 HP, barely heals up, but has the confidence to take the 1 versus 1. He says, hey, I'm putting the team on my back. I'm getting a Victory Royale. And he does exactly that. Well done from Issa.
I think it's a great point because we saw for a moment, it's like he hesitated and he went for the bandages, but he was like, you know what? I don't have time. I just need to make this play. And he committed, and his aggression pays off. So we also have some highlights coming in from that game number 5 of the EU scene. Wow, this action, it just continues to get better and better, man. I mean, look at that. Beehive has a Port of Fortress. There it is. Yoshi goes down. Man, we're going to have to see where the standings are after that game going into the final game, because I feel like we constantly see different players make it into the final, 10. Oh my gosh,
Exactly.
I'm almost at a loss of words, dude. Like, I just watching in awe of like how incredible these players are and their decision making.
Beautiful.
What do you think?
Yeah, brilliant. I completely agree with you. We are seeing different players every single game, and what that says to me, having casted a variety of titles, is the skill level and the skill gap between these players is so minimal. I mean, anyone can go off at any time. It goes to show, and again, my hat off, and a lot of love for the European Fortnite community. So many talented players, so much variety of skill and players. It's been really great to see.
What do you think? So that's our game 5. We got one game left. Make some predictions.
Oh, gosh, this is crazy. You know what? I can't wait to see these updated standings. Kinstar has performed time and time again on Summer Skirmish. He's been holding the throne and holding the #1 spot game in and game out so far in the first week, the opening day of Fall Skirmish. I'm going to make the dumb, obvious prediction. Kinstar stays on top. However, I'm looking for something a little crazy. Here's my bold prediction.
Okay.
I've liked what I've seen out of the Vitality team.
Oh.
They've been teeter-tattering with 3 or 4 points. They haven't performed in the top 10 placement just yet. But I think they're going to have a breakout game here in game number, is it number 6 coming up?
This is number 6.
Unbelievable. I think we're going to see them have a breakout game.
Oh, man. What do you guys at home think? Make your predictions with the hashtag Fall Skirmish. Who do you think is going to win? What club are you repping and why? And obviously talk about how amazing Fallout is, because he's amazing.
Okay, once again, Zeke for PM. Ladies and gentlemen.
No, stop.
Hashtag
Don't. I swear, if I open my phone and I see those, I'm going to be so upset at all of you.
Zekemus Prime on Twitter, my friends.
Oh.
Hashtag Lucky Llamas, hashtag Bush Bandits, hashtag Dusty Dogs, hashtag Fortnite, or the Rift Raiders.
Rift Raiders.
Where does your loyalty lie? Which club? Let us know, guys.
Man, I mean, I'm just so pumped, dude. And I just thought about it. We have another 6 games later.
Oh my gosh!
We have
so
6
excited.
more games coming in from NA later.
Zeke, I could take 6 games. I could do 28 games.
I mean,
that's how much fun this is. I mean, it's amazing. It's such an honor to be here. You have no idea how much it means to be sitting at this desk and having a chance to commentate high-level Fortnite gameplay.
Dude, we're happy to have you here. It's been a pleasure, obviously, but you know who else is here? The participants that are participating. Man, I hate doubling up on the P there. But let's take a look at the players that are participating right now. We got Under the Fortnite. Take a look. So again, this is the duo format, and this is their final game. The last chance to make it on the board, the last chance to move up through the standings and try to place in top 10. Because, man, again, you talked about it earlier, only top 10 will receive a prize, essentially. And also those delicious club points. I mean, just unbelievable play. I still can't believe it. We still have 6 games later coming in from NA. But man, I love EU. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it loud and proud. I love you, EU. You impress me every time. I honestly feel like anytime I watch EU games, like they knock my expectations out of the water. There's always people that show up that impress me. The plays themselves are insane. The decision making is out of this world. I mean, EU. My heart belongs potentially to you. I don't want to box myself in and commit too much, but I like you a lot.
I'm right there with you, especially after watching this gameplay. They've put on a show for us. I got a lot of love. My roots are in Europe. My family's from Greece originally, so hashtag Team EU. I think we're both on board. It's been a lot of fun to watch so far.
Oh my gosh, so what do you think, dude? We're about to hop into our final game of the day. I'm also terrified to open my phone because I'm terrified of what you've done to me and sent people my way
You have no idea how many hashtag Zeke for PMs are in there. If you have not already, at Zekemus Prime on Twitter, guys, give him some love. The caster behind Summer Skirmish and Fall Skirmish, week in and week out. He's providing a lot of entertainment. It's been great so far.
Oh my gosh. You know what? I bet, to change gears, I bet you guys at home want to know something, and that's the standings. Let's take a look.
There it is.
So after this last game, yet again, Kinstar and Hunter, the front runners of the pack. This has been since game 1. Not only have they been in first spot, they've also held the throne so they get an additional 2 points. Man, I mean, how do you compete with the likes of Kinstar and Hunter, the Titans of, I would honestly say the Titans of EU.
Yeah, and this is interesting because if a lot of the North American players are watching, that's a good strategy. If you get a high limb game early on the throne, you get 2 points guaranteed every single game. That's keeping them on top. It's been really great to see. Meanwhile, big storyline, we just missed it, but Svenis is in 11th or 12th place, barely outside of the money, so keep an eye on him to go big in game number 6.
That's right. We talked about it earlier. You know, the game is not over until it is over. So in this final game, the dust will settle. We'll see where players end up, but wow, how have you guys at home been enjoying all the action? It's been intense.
Amazing.
Hit us with the hashtag Fall Skirmish. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know your favorite teams. Send us your favorite clips. Talk about how incredible Fallout is. Let us know what you like about the format, even things you'd like to improve. And don't forget your submissions.